Ipanalangin mo. There is joy in sacrifice. Haste makes waste. Walang imposible sa Diyos. Ephesians 6, 1 is enough, 2 is too much, 3 is dangerous, 4 is poisonous. These are only a few of Mommy Sally's famous quotes. I'm sure every single one of you here have been hit by one of these sayings at some point. I have to admit, growing up, I didn't really see the point of her saying these things to us repeatedly. But I understand now, and I even catch myself saying them all the time. We all know Mommy Sally to be a disciplinarian. No laughing while eating at the dining table. Only get food you can finish. Hardin ng panalangin in the morning means quiet time. DCAS is the only radio station allowed in the house. Sunday is church day, no excuses, and we had to sit in the front next to her because she wanted to make sure that we paid attention to the service and not chit-chat in the back. Tithing is a must. No merienda until after your piano practice for an hour. When she calls you, you can't scream out, "I'm coming." You have to actually go to her because it's rude to raise your voice. Reading 2 chapters from Psalms and a chapter from Proverbs before breakfast was mandatory, and she would quiz you after. Mommy, wag po kayong magagalit, but we have a confession to make. Sometimes we only read 1 chapter instead of 2. Sometimes we didn't read at all. Mommy Sally was also known for her Saturday trips to the church to clean the pews for next day's service. After that, she would go to the cemetery and visit every puntod of every kamag-anak we have. Her little helper, my sister. We used to call my sister the favorite of Mommy Sally. Favorite pagalitan and utusan. Nadi, halika rito. Nadi, samahan mo ko sa sementeryo. Nadi, maghugas ka ng plato. Nadi, basahan mo ng Biblia ang kapatid mo. She did not enjoy all the utos and sermon, and I get it. What 12-year-old would want to go to the cemetery on weekends to clean, right? But now that I think about it, Mommy didn't pick on my sister. She picked her. She picked my sister to spend all that time with her. And my sister might have hated doing all those chores for her before, but I know that now as we look back, she's so lucky that she got to spend a lot of time with Mommy Sally. I'm sure all of us cousins would do anything right now to get that one chance to run errands with Mommy again. There are a lot of amazing memories we have with Mommy Sally. One of my favorites is our afternoon story time with her. Every afternoon, we would all gather in her room and she would tell us about her life as a teacher and her life with Lolo Ani in California. She used to always tell us stories of her trip to Universal Studios in detail. She would tell us about Jaws popping out of nowhere as the boat went down. I remember when I finally made it to Universal Studios for the first time, it was exactly like how she described it to us. It was surreal to see in life the stories that I was only hearing from her for years and years. The older cousins would brag about their morning trips to the beach with Mommy Sally and Lolo Ani when they were growing up. Before the sun rises, they would take a walk to the beach with a portable radio and listen to Hardin ng Panalangin while they wait for the sun to come out. That sounds amazing. I'm sad that I was too young to experience that with them. There's also Nilaga Sundays in the Alvarez household. Every Sunday after church, we would have nilaga for lunch. I'm not quite sure why, but that was our tradition. Another tradition is her Christmas Seas chocolate box from Tita Fe. Every Christmas, Tita Fe would send us a box of chocolates and Mommy would distribute it to all of us after lunch. One for you, one for you, one for you. She would go around the room and make sure that we all got one. If there were leftovers and we asked for more, she would say, 1 is enough, 2 is too much, 3 is dangerous, 4 is poisonous. Another confession, Mommy, we took the leftover chocolates, but you can blame Tita Eve because she used to help us sneak out the box. One thing that Mommy Sally is not known for is cooking. She didn't cook much, and when she did, it was mostly fried stuff. Her favorite was fried tohua. She would cut them into thin pieces before frying them. She said bite-sized is good so you don't have to open your mouth big. According to the older apos, Mommy Sally used to make them make paper bags out of newspaper and homemade paste, and bring them to the market to trade for tokwa. She used to always cook malunggay too. Kahit sa malunggay, she had a saying for that too. Kumain ka ng malunggay, pampahaba ng buhay. We also have not so good memories. I know almost all of the grandchildren were once given that awful haircut at Mommy Sally's request. Shete with bangs right above the eyebrows. It was horrible, but we all had to go through with it. Thanks to Mommy, we all have something to laugh about when we look through our childhood photos. Iyakan rin si Mommy Sally. When something good or bad happened, she cried. And when she starts to cry, Nanay Sin and my mom would start to cry too. It was like a domino effect. I guess we all got that from her kasi ngayon, kahit kami magkakapatid at magpipinsan, kapag umiyak ang isa, nagiiyakan na rin kaming lahat. Just these past few days, even through text messages exchanged between us cousins, when one starts to cry, we all end up crying. Kahit na magkakalayo kaming lahat, it's like we're all connected. And we owe that to Mommy Sally. Our memories of her kept us all close. Mommy Sally is also known for her hoarding tendencies. She saved everything from greeting cards, scrap papers, gift boxes, and even old liturgies from church. She loved pictures too. She loved receiving pictures and letters and showing them off to people. If you go to her house, you will see pictures of all of her grandchildren. She found happiness in seeing our lives through pictures. Every time I spoke to her on the phone or through FaceTime, she would always ask for pictures. I'm sorry, Mommy, I could have sent you more. But one thing we can all admire about Mommy Sally is her love of God and the church. Her dedication to the church was incomparable. Her life revolved around serving and contributing to the growth of the church. She's one of the firm foundations of this church. Her faith was so insurmountable, it was infectious. Before I left to move to New Jersey, Mommy Sally said to me, "Basta, wag mong kakalimutan manalangin at tatandaan mo na walang imposible sa Diyos. Yan lang ang laging tatandaan mo. At lagi mo kong susulatan at papadala ng litrato mo, ha?" Bata pa lang ako, sinasabi na ni Mommy, "Kapag ikaw nakatapos na sa kolehiyo, pwede na akong mamatay." She used to say that all the time. I remember thinking about her a lot before graduation. I was so scared that she would actually go after I graduate. I was so hesitant to send her pictures. Iniisip ko, baka magkatotoo nga yung sinabi niya when she sees that I finally finished school. Mommy Sally was never affectionate. She would only kiss the back of our necks or our hands. She wasn't big on hugs either. But that did not make us feel less loved at all. She had her own ways of showing us that she loved us. When I was 7 years old, Mommy used to have Pastor Guerrero pray over a jar of her coconut oil, and I hated the smell of it. But she would wait until I was asleep before she would massage my leg with the oil and pray for me. That was worth much more than any hugs or kisses. Mami, pasensya na po kayo. Hindi kami lahat nakauwi para makapagpaalam sa inyo. I'm sorry if we didn't call as often or send you pictures and letters a lot. But I hope you know how much we love you and appreciate you. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng itinuro niyo sa amin. Thank you for your unconditional love. Thank you for being strict with us. Thank you for always praying for us. We are so thankful for the opportunity to spend a part of our lives with you. We promise to remember and teach our children everything that you've taught us. Goodbye, Mommy. I'm sure Lolo Ani is so happy to be with you again, finally. You will be in our hearts and our minds forever. We love you so much.